normally stream on my Facebook channel. I had another YouTube channel probably like 8 months ago, and yeah, some shit happened, whatever, and stuff like that. So I had to get a new YouTube channel and start over. So I was kind of like, fuck that, I'm not doing it. So YouTube shit all over again, but obviously it makes sense to do it or whatever. So nothing crazy going on today. So right now, basically all I'm gonna do is these cars. I'm gonna test them out. Some of them I just completed. Some of them I finished a long time ago. Like this truck right here. You see how fucking shitty this truck looks. This is probably I made this truck. Let me see when I learned how to do something made. So it's definitely one of the first vehicles I made. So yeah, and you see how it looks. I wasn't doing that good then or whatever, but come up remarkable. So I actually just pulled this truck up for like the first time today, like maybe like 3 or 4 months. So it's actually giving me an idea. So I'm gonna test it out today because I don't think I did drag race a long time ago, but obviously a long time ago, so I need to see how it runs, and then I'll probably actually redo it and actually make it look good this time around, since I know what I'm doing now. But yeah, this is probably back from like May when I first started. This truck right here, this is probably back in September. Obviously, there's a lot of imperfections to it. I actually made this for somebody. They asked me for it or whatever, just as a favor. I didn't sell it or anything. They wanted a drag truck, so I made this for them. I was gonna go back and fix the textures, but they were like, "Nah, keep it like that. I like it just like this." So that's why it looks like that. So one of the vehicles will be testing and tuning today too, and I'll wind up redoing that sometime. Whenever I'm just walking around. This is my most recent vehicle that I finished today. So I had the stock model. I changed the motor in it. I was having to go pros around it and stuff like that. And then the cut for the rims, suspension, new suspension under there, handling files and everything like that. So a little bit different. Made this 67 right here. I made this like 3 months ago. Haven't driven it in a minute. This is one of my most recent vehicles. I finished this earlier this week. So I had an event that I was going to throw called Drag Wars or whatever, and for people watching this, obviously these aren't the typical dragsters that you would have on the track, right? But if you ever heard of like a Donk Master or whatnot, you know, like this is one of the Donk Master's vehicles that I actually made, called the Black Blur. So he races on big wheels, and they actually have a thing called the National Donk Racing Association now, if y'all didn't know. So it's a real thing. Check it out on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. Big rim racing is a big thing. It's real. So I've seen a lot of the YouTube channels of people on their FiveM server and their drag racing, and they're always drag racing traditional dragsters and stuff. And I never really see anybody with drag donks, right? And a lot of people probably turn their nose up to it or whatever, but I mean, you gotta admit it looks cool. So what I'm actually doing, what I'm actually looking for is an RP server, a legit RP server where people drag race, where it's centered around drag racing. Not it's just, oh, you can drag race. I want it to be centered around drag racing, because a lot of people say they have drag racing, but nobody ever does it or whatever. So I wanted to be centered around drag racing. So definitely, like I said, I'm looking for a server to join. I don't need anybody to provide me cars or anything like that. I make my own cars. So I make my own. I make stuff for purchase as well. So if you need something, I don't just make these cars. I make trucks. I make RVs. I make everything. So I make tow trucks, all that type of shit, man. I make scripts. I make I've learned how to do everything up here, but you know, I like donks. So I like donks a lot. Uh, but yeah, man. So the problem that I've had is that the people that do legit RP, they're usually not into like this whole type of culture and stuff like that. So they don't have anything like that on their server and stuff like that, and they're not interested in actually adding stuff like this on the server. And then the people that actually do like stuff like this, normally they're not into legit RP. So that sucks. So hopefully I can link up with somebody that is into legit with people, with a great deal of people that are into legit RP and donks, drag racing donks. You know, I'll drag race the donk against like your regular drag star. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to drag race. I want to bring my type of vehicle in to do it with. So, you see we got the G-Body lineup over here. This Cutlass is on GTA 5 mods. I created it and put it on GTA 5 mods. It has a whole different handling. This has a whole different handling from this. This green one, fast as hell. Blue one's fast too, but it's more built for the street. And it has excellent handling. All my cars that I build the meta files with it and everything like that. I don't build any replacements. I build all add-on files. Every last one of my vehicles will come with its own metadata, its own handling, all that stuff. They don't flip. My later models, like from September, they don't flip. I might bring out an old model that might flip, but I don't think anything I have out here right now, with the exception of maybe this truck right here, it might. I don't know, because I didn't know about the whole like how to do it and make it not flip when I was doing it then. So that one might, but as far as the rest of them, I don't think. They're more. The rest of them are pretty much more recent models from when I knew what the hell I was doing. But anyway, instead of just hearing me just blabber, let's take something out on the track. We'll start off with this Cutlass here. You see this Cutlass, it has custom interior that I put in. It's actually from a 2018 Bentley Continental. I'll switch that out. So this server that I'm on right now, this is actually my private server. This is what I do my testing on. So when I'm doing this stuff, you probably be like, oh wow, aren't you on the server already? But yeah, this is my private server, so it's just me. It's actually a locally hosted server. So I just test my stuff out here. Yeah, I just test my stuff out here before I like. Not added to anything else like any other server. Before I go drag race, I just put this drag strip in. I have a drag strip at the it's at the Sandy Shores Airfield or whatever the hell it's called or whatever that I always use. So I wanted something that was like more open and with sunlight and stuff. So I added this, and this is actually my first time using it. So let me check some stuff out first and see if you can actually go indoors. Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah, this is actually my first time seeing inside here and stuff. I don't know who made this mod. I did not make this mod. Like I did not make this drag strip for the building or whatever. But if I remember at the end, I will post a link to it because I got it off the GTA 5 mod. But it looks pretty cool. The other drag strip I have is actually way more massive than this one. And it's like, I would say it's probably better, depending on what you like. But right now, I think this is kind of cooler just because, like I said, like the other one, it has like this big awning where it like traps out the sunlight and shit like that. And I don't like dark shit. I like the sunlight to be on there, especially to see the paint on the cars. But anyway, let's start testing some shit out. Wish I could put music for y'all, but you know how that is with YouTube. So I'm thinking we would start from right here, which is kind of like Jack Park. Yeah, I don't like that this big building is right in the way where you start at. I feel like the starting line should be like out here, but obviously you see the lights are right there, so we'll start back here behind this white line. This one is pretty straight. I don't think it's gonna slide over the place, so let's see. And see, it slows you down at the end, so that's cool. And like, you could go to the right if you wanted to go back around to where this came from, go to the left because that's what I want to say. Oh, the other car there. Sorry, this is a little glitchy right now. I'm not sure why. Cars are high poly, but there should be issues. Maybe I got too much shit running on my computer right now. You see how fast that was? So I'm gonna show you the difference with the other Cutlass. Probably be like, oh, it's slow, but it's really not slow. It's gonna seem slow compared to this one. This Grand National 2, I just finished this in the last week. So this Cutlass, this is not the same interior. The other one is Bentley interior. The other one is Bentley interior. I think this one, I'm trying to remember, is Aston Martin. And I like to stagger my stuff, man, so as you can see, man, I just think it looks cool as shit. And a lot of people aren't doing stuff like that, so I like my stuff to stick out from everybody else. Matter of fact, we'll open the hood and stuff on this, or the doors on this, so you can see this different, has a different motor in it, obviously different interior, and a different set of subwoofers in the back. Turn this up, so. Maybe I should talk a little louder because I think when I do streams and stuff like that and I listen to it again, it's like I can hardly hear myself. So hopefully I'm not screaming to y'all. I'm screaming to myself, but I always come out low on all my streams. So as you can see, this is still fast. It's not. It has different handling files than the other Cutlass. It don't get down like the other Cutlass. But this Cutlass right here, I mean, I just like, just driving it on the street. Like it's just, the handling is just so great. You can do anything to it. And again, man, this is on, I have released this car on GTA 5 mods. So every now and then I'll release something on GTA 5 mods and stuff like that just to promote the work that I do and stuff like that. So I'll give out a freebie here and there, but I don't typically give out free stuff to anybody because people don't appreciate it, man. I've done it before and people don't appreciate it. So yeah. But plus this shit take a lot of time, man. Like I don't remember how long it took me to finish this car. I know it took me a while, but something that you guys got to remember when you're buying these cars from people, right? So one, a lot of people think it's silly to buy video game cars, this, that, and the other. And the thing about that is you got to think about it as entertainment. People pay for entertainment every day. This is a form of entertainment. So it's not just a video game car. It is for, you're paying to be entertained. All right, people pay to go to the movies. People pay to do all kinds of different stuff to be entertained. That's what this is. So don't get caught up in that. And don't think it's just a video game car because, I mean, it is, but it takes a lot of time, man. So say like this car, I know, it took me a while, but like let's say the Nip Donk over here. Nip Donk, this car right here, I also released this on GTA 5 mods back in September of 2020. Um, this car gave me a headache trying to complete or whatever and stuff. This is when I started really getting the hang of Z Modeler or whatever, and I got really good at it. Um, so this car right here, I think it took me like 2 weeks to do, and it was because, like I said, I didn't know, you know, I was taking my time, and I was trying to get everything right. I changed the rims on it like a few times. I added stuff. It was a couple different versions before I actually released it, and I was like, okay, nah, this is good, or whatever. So, but just, you know, even something like this took me two weeks, right? But like, say something like if I work on a car for a day, like this car right here, I worked on this car for a day, and so that's hours, right? So think about if you went to work for 8 hours and then your boss tried to pay you $20 for that day. You'd be like, the fuck? So it's the same thing, man. Like, people really put in time working on these cars. It take days, sometimes it take weeks or whatever to perfect these cars. And you got people that come up and they'll be like, oh, I'll give you $10 for it. And it's like, you know, some people may sell their stuff for that, but I'm not. I'm not going to. So, you know, feel how you want to feel, but I know when I do my stuff, man, I try to make sure it's as great as it can be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put out no kind of bullshit. So that's why it costs, man. And I feel like I got great customer service. If something is wrong or you're unhappy, I'll do it. If it's within reason, I do anything I can to try to fix it, try to make me happy, because, you know, I care. Like, you know I work hard for my money and shit. So, you know, I know you do too, and you want to feel like you're getting your money's worth, man. And so that's what I try to do, man. If I spend my money, I want to feel like I got my money's worth. So that's what I try to do for people, and then ensure that they come back. And so, yeah. But you pay. I mean, you get what you pay for. So if you're buying $10 cars and stuff like that, and they're flipping over, or, you know, stuff is glitching, whatever the case may be, then, you know, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. Pay $10 for their car. You know what I mean? But the more money you pay, at least for me, the more money you pay or whatever, the better it's gonna be. Oh shit! Did not know this shit was gonna jump up in the air. Right. And what happened there? I think I'm gonna change the rims out on this though, man, because I want it to stick out more. You know, even though Grand National's kind of like that, like, I don't know, man. It's like that sleek, I'm gonna pull up on you, like incognito type of car. But, you know, hold on 1 second. Silence that. Alright, so I'm gonna drive this truck next because I haven't driven it in so long. So I want to drive it down the track to see how it does. I'm also interested in this El Camino. This track is actually a lot wider than the track that we got in Sandy Shores and stuff. So it's easier to stay in your lane. That one in Sandy Shores, man, if you don't have the tightest handling, man, shit, that was murder she wrote. Shit. That's how I can tell I made this at the beginning. This turning radius and shit, not good. But it's fast though. See this, when I did the handling on this, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just fooling around with it. But like I said again, this is at the beginning of my Z-Modeler experience. Not that you don't do the handling or whatever in Z-Modeler, but at the beginning there, I definitely was not in tune with what to do for the meta files or whatnot. Anyway, just got on down. Okay, so this jump ran pretty good, man. This jump is gone. It's gonna turn. Oh yeah, we gonna redo this, man, cause this jump get on down the track. We gonna make this look real nice. I'm not gonna like big rim it out either, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put some slicks on this bad boy. Some slicks on it. Get rid of the stupid ass bumper that I had put on there that I didn't know what I was doing. I'm gonna run this one more time. I remember it being fast, but dang, this doesn't seem about as fast as the cars I'm doing now. That would have been a loss. This truck fast as hell. Oh yeah, we definitely gonna put this in the lab. We gotta make it look better. I don't want to come to nobody drag stripping the truck looking like that. Like, it's different. Like if the truck looked raggedy, like real life raggedy, but this just looked like, oh, this dude tried to make the truck look cool. It looks like shit. Shoot, I like to run this against some of my newer ones, man. This shit's pretty fast. Keep it in the lane. It's definitely faster. I don't know. It might be faster than that short bed I'm parking next to. Let's see. We should be driving that. Let's try the 67. I want to see what that's doing. I think that when I drove it before down the track, I want to say that it's slid. It's fast, but I think it slid. Like it was hard to keep straight. But I don't remember because I haven't driven it in a minute. So we're gonna see now. See how that shit just started spinning? Yeah, so that was it. I remember that. Like it's fast, but then it starts sliding. So we're gonna have to mess up the handling on that. Speed is good, but we're gonna have to get it to stay straight. Yeah, man, definitely looking for a server or whatever. I did have at one time I opened up my own server besides my private one. But man, it was just too much work, man. Like, you know, I had it running and everything like that, but it was me. Obviously, I was the focal point of it and stuff because it was my server. So man, me just having one person, it was me. And then, you know, I had a few people in it and stuff, and then, you know, people just start complaining and stuff like that, and you know, and that was when I was like just giving out free stuff, you know what I mean? Not giving it out, like I wasn't giving people the files, but you know, I was like I was making cars for people for free, like if they were like requesting, I would do it because I was trying to make people happy in my server. But I learned, like, don't do it. You devalue your work and people don't appreciate you, man. Because it got to the point where I was doing that, and then people started coming at me and like getting on me, like, and I'm like, yo, I got a real job, like, you know, and yeah, people was getting on me like, hey man, I asked you to do this card in, and you ain't did it yet. And I'm like, excuse me, did you pay me anything? Yeah, so it was wild, man. But between that and then like little stuff that goes on with the 5M servers and stuff like that, and like you're just one person, and you know, I got a job, so I'm like, I'm going to work and then I'm coming home and then coming home these messages of ungrateful people. So I was like, hell no. It's like, I'm cool with running a server with other people, but me just doing it on my own, nah. Like, nah, fuck all that noise. Let's take the box shut. But yeah, man, I don't wanna be in a server where um, people are like, I don't want to be in a server that got drama in it, man. And doing this stuff, I've seen a lot of people get into a lot of like arguments and disagreements and stuff like that, and then it's just like it seems like a lot of people take up more of their time arguing and pissing off and trying to create on the game. And man, that ain't what I got into this for. I like creating cars and stuff, man, and just having fun and shit. So it's cool that I got to make some money off of it and stuff. A lot of money off of it, actually. That's cool too. But yeah, man. Like I said, looking for a legit RP server that's centered around drag racing. People are like legit fanatics about drag racing, and yeah, man, I want to stream it and and do all that stuff, set up race days and everything, man. And for real, I'll bet with real money if y'all want. Most people don't want to, most people can't, so I understand that. I ain't tripping about that. I just want to, we can do the in-game money, that's fine too. Shit. Oh no, oh no. Land inside the base. Damn. I don't know what happened there. Swamp. Threw me in the swamp. That car ain't even, I mean the car fast, but it ain't fast. It ain't the fastest. I don't even know what happened there. What the hell is blowing up in here? Another vehicle that I've done, but I'm about to really go in on, because all I did to this, man, it was a stock model, obviously, and then actually do the rims on it, cut it, do the rims on it, squat it and stuff like that. Everything else, just stock. Then we got the stock 305 that it came with. We're gonna definitely pull that out of there, put something different in there, put something nice. I might keep the interior though, because I'm the type of person, man, like when I build cars for people, a lot of people like if it's an old school, a lot of them like me to switch the interior out and stuff like that. So and it's cool looking, but like in real life, I do it in real life. So in real life, I like the stock interior. When I say stock interior, like it can be like different material and stuff that it's made out of or whatever, but I like the stock interior. Like give me a Chevy, give me a Dome, whatever. Like I don't want fucking the 745 interior. And not talking shit about the guys that do, because I done seen it, in real life and stuff. Like my boy, he actually did put 745 interior into a 75 Chevy, which is just like this. And it was nice, but like I said, man, I want a new drivetrain, but like everything else can stay the same. Give me that old school interior, cause that shit's lush, man. It's nice. It feels good. It smells good. Alright, let's take Nip down the track. I would say this is definitely my most popular car by far. People may not know like who I am, as far as like put a face to it and stuff like that, but people know about the Nip Dog. People know that the Nip Dog came from Brand Shed. When I made this and I dropped it, man, I would say like, cause I made So this one is 2.0, Nip Down 2.0. I made another one, and that was when, of course, I really didn't know what I was doing and stuff like that. So it was an alright model. It was cool. It was straight or whatever, but it pales in comparison to this one. And I actually made this one as a response because actually people took the first one and then started claiming credit for it when they didn't do it. So as my response, because I think it's stupid to just be fussing back and forth with people and shit on the internet and all this stuff like that. So as my response, I made this, and then I dropped this, and then I made sure that I put, my logos all over it and stuff like that and everything or whatever. And people still took this and stole it too, man. But everybody know who did it. So. Oh, why it's jumping up like that, man. It's gotta be this track, because these cars haven't jumped up like that before. There must be something in the track that's making it jump up. But it's only with some cars, though. It don't seem like it did it with everything. But yeah, I was really happy about this. I was really proud of this car, man. I put a lot of time into it. Let's see. And I did it, it's like Nip, you know what I'm saying? Like he meant a lot to the community and stuff like that, man. So I don't know, I really liked him. I liked the music. My little brother actually put me on to him. Like my brother was into Nip like probably back in like 2014, 13 and stuff. And I remember he used to just always running around talking about it, man. And I just be like, I'm from the East Coast, so it was like he was talking about a West Coast rapper. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I started listening to him, and I was like, man. And it wasn't just like his music; it was just him as a person, how he was, and how he gave back to his community and stuff like that. A lot of people do wrong things in their life that other people consider wrong and stuff like that, but he tried to make up for a lot of stuff that probably did. Or whatever, but he got on and gave back to his community. He seemed like a real solid person. Unfortunate what happened to him. But yeah, so figured it'd be cool to make this. I know people probably say, why you ain't just make a 6.4? California, it probably would have made more sense to do that. And I understand that, but I like dumps. I think lowriders are cool, but I ain't really into them, so I be the dump. Let's see, where we're gonna go to now. Let's take this truck. Let's take this short bed down the track. I'm gonna try to start doing more stuff on my YouTube or whatever. I'm gonna link up with some folks and stuff and actually be in the service. So it's more going on than me just talking to you while I'm testing cars out and shit. But I figured this is a good way to try to start out and start to put out more material and stuff. Like, why not stream me testing stuff out? Why not? If you wanna watch it, you'll watch it. If you don't, you don't, right? Oh shit. Okay, texture loss like a motherfucker. Where we going? Where they gonna put us? In the swamp. Let's test something out that I just made this week. I made 3 cars this week. 4. Yeah, four actually. Got the Grand National, Blur, 75, and the Malibu. So, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something funny, man. Funniest thing is, so we're gonna do this drag thing. This is called Drag Wars, right? So we're gonna do this or whatever this upcoming weekend. So I was like, you know what? I already had plenty of drag donks or whatever, but I was like, I'm gonna make one special, especially for it. And then I wound up making four cars. But anyway, this is the one I really like went in on and stuff, man. So I had put a lot of time into this shit, making it and stuff like that. It's got like a fuel cell in the back and some other shit, you know, like racing type of shit or whatever. Tucking it, got the full suspension underneath. And I feel like when you do cars, man, it's all about the details, man. A lot of people, and I'm not hating on anybody, man. A lot of people just throw huge rims in the car and roll out. And a lot of people honestly just like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I try to do stuff like I said, like I do it in real like I'm really into cars, man. Like so when I found out that you could do this in a fucking video game, you can do it any way you want. I was like, yo, I gotta learn how. And so, you know, matter of fact, let's go into Spooner mode so we can go around this car. So if you look at this 75 I got here, it's just minor stuff that other people probably don't pay attention to. If you're looking at this right now, you probably think, oh, you know, okay, he's got like the inner headlights are chrome. That's not that's not the case. Those are turbo. You see, and obviously it's special light, you know, projector headlights I put on it, Tierra grill. I might have to change that license plate though. So we were so I did have a like a little joint venture thing that I was doing or whatever with a homie or whatever, but um, we're on different pages and stuff, man. So nothing bad, just you know, we're on different pages. So no longer just gonna be promoting Brain Shack and not you know the collective group or whatever. But it's no beef, no hate or anything like that. So I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued or whatever. We just go in a different direction. So that's all. Anyway, so obviously you see the motor up here. That's not a hole, that's glass. You can see the motor. See the flakes in the paint. And I got brake calipers, man. And it said that brake calipers, you can't see it, but they actually say Brain Shack Gapple Pie. That's what I nicknamed Gapple Pie. And you see the suspension under it, the tie rods and everything. I got the exhaust is dumping back here. I don't know where it is. Yeah, where I got it at. Dumping. There it is. So the exhaust dumps back here instead of going all the way in the back. I love tucking my vehicles, tucking the wheels. And we got the roll bar in it. You ever seen a roll bar in a dump? I took that column shift off and I put this Hurst shifter in. These racing seats. So, yeah, she ready to go. So it's like subtle shit like that, man. That a lot of people don't pay attention to, man. But like, I just feel like you get a car and you see it done inside and out like that, man. It's a lot of work being put into it when I do a car. But I guess the point I was trying to make was I did all this work to this car, right? So this car took me probably like three days, like 3 days to do, or whatever. And it's not that it would take me like it takes me that long. Like I'm just like an extreme. Like I gotta get this right. I gotta get this right. I don't want to put anything out there. So that's why I'd rather take like forever to complete a car and put a quality product out there than just be rushing, trying to put something out there. So anyway, so I took about 3 days to finish this, right? And then I got done with it, and I was supposed to just be done with it, and and test and tune it, and then just wait for the event. But then, I had been watching Donk Master videos, and I love the black blur, yo. I like the Z06, but that black blur is just so, man. It's just I don't know. It's cool, man. It's just the whole setup of it. It's just real chill. Like you ever met a person that was just chill, just like didn't sweat anything? I don't know. It just seemed like the personality of this car, yo. But it'll get in your ass when it needs to. So funny thing is, I spent 3 days on this car. I made this car in about 6 hours. Cutting it, the rims, putting that up there, stuff like that. The fuel cells in the tank and everything. Then the texture for the gold or whatever, and then the custom headlights that I did. This took me about 6 hours to do, right? Dope ass motor I put in. Matter of fact, it's got the same motor as this over here, and it actually looks better in this one. Let's get out of this piece so I can show it. Let me turn that off. Now how YouTube is, YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, that's just this shit off real quick. Anyway, they're probably gonna give me a little copyright thing for that. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can sneak by with that. Yeah, man, as you can see, man, it looks real nice. That motor in there. And they got the fuel cell in the back. Red interior. Matching steering wheel. Yeah, man. But anyway, yeah. So what I was saying was, I took 3 days on that other car. Took 6 hours on this one. And so when I did the 75, I'm like, hell yeah. Like I felt like, oh man, when I put this out, man, people gonna go crazy over this shit. And people liked it. Obviously people liked it. But you know what people went crazy over? They went crazy over this one. This is the one they went crazy over, the one I spent less time on. I think it's more so about what people can identify with though, man. Like a lot more people can identify like growing up and these Monte Carlos and stuff like that. Like these Monte Carlos are around in the hood, they're a dime a dozen. A lot of people, unless you were older, a lot of people didn't grow up around donks and shit like this, man. These are from the 70s. This is 75 specifically. The donks is 71 through 76. A donk is not any car that has big rims on it. A donk is specifically a Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala from 1971 through 1976. It can be a two-door, a four-door, a station wagon. It don't matter. But it's got to be a 71 through 76 Caprice or Impala. So, but yeah, a lot more people will identify with this Monte Carlo than they will this donk or whatever, because even now, like, I live in Hawaii, but like even back home, I don't see donks that much. But I see Monte Carlos like this. Matter of fact, even here in Hawaii, I see Monte Carlos like this all the time. Cutlass is like this all the time. Not the Grand Nationals though. The Regals, yeah. So, but yeah, man, everybody got hype over this. Everybody wanted this, but I ain't ready to put it out there yet. I ain't ready to sell it yet. This car is moving. brake that time to keep it from fucking jumping across halfway across the map. But yeah, man, like I liked it too, like when I got done with it and everything like that. But like now, I don't know, like now I like it so much. I don't know what it is. It definitely ain't just because other people made such a big deal about it and stuff, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Just looking at it, it's like, it ain't so in your face, right? Like that 75, the red one back there, it looked good. It look real good. But this one is just like more like low key, chill. This one's like more low key, just chill. It ain't so just like, look at me. It's just chill, incognito, man. So I like this one. I ain't gonna say I like it better than the 75, but I ain't gonna say I like the 75 better either. They both got their plates. That right there. Let's take this one. If you were following me before you seen this car, it was orange. First time I did it, it was orange. On some spokes. And I kind of grew tired of that look, so I changed it. I like this one a lot better. My motors now, I don't just drop them in most of the time, man. I take different pieces and stuff like that and build it or whatever for the most part. Sometimes I'll just drop it in like, like on the Monte Carlo, that was a drop in. But like this one was built. I like this drag strip a lot better, man. It's a lot more wide open, and I like this whole like mobile setup, man. Like you can have your trailer and stuff like that, and have your situation, your car, whatever, your team in your area. I think that shit's cool. If I got the right people, linked up with the right people and stuff like that, I would build another server. But, right now it's easier to just come into some shit that's already built. Hold on for 1 second. Gotta check something. Shoot, where's my phone? Alright. What we doing now? Malibu. Yeah, this is my newest vehicle. That's completed.
You want to come to
Turn that off. So I'm gonna have to change this stuff, man, because I was trying to look. I'm like, wait, which way should I place these GoPros? I think I placed them wrong, but whatever. Matter of fact, let's look at the motor in this. I just got fired up there because I meant to put the overheat icons up there, and I put the exhaust icons up there, so that's why that's up there. So I have to go back into Tmodeler and change that out. But yeah, if you're wondering. And it's kind of hard to see, but let's go to screen mode. While I'm here, we can go and look at this one. Just coming out of the headers right there. Alright. It's like every time I pull up over here, it's flyover. Like when it be running too fast, man, like that's how I start getting the texture loss. Man, so this is my first time doing this Malibu because when I first started doing this shit, man, there was so many people doing this Malibu. So like I didn't want to do it. Like I had no interest in doing it because I was like, man, there's so many people doing this shit. And there's no hate on anybody or anything like that. I just be trying to like, I don't be trying to follow the crowd type of shit. So I don't know why. Because now it just came over me to just do it, man. It came out good, man. It came out real good. I was supposed to build just one car, and I wound up building 4. But it's a little drag thing. But I'm glad I did, man. Looks real good. In my opinion. Maybe not to y'all. Who knows? So, this is El Camino. I think it's an 85. So, I wanted to do something to El Camino that I hadn't seen anybody do. I've seen a few people do El Caminos. I was like, you know what? And I just thought about it because, you know, the new Corvette is a mid-engine Corvette. I was like, you know what? I should take the motor out the front and put it in the bed of the truck. And it might sound stupid, you know, but shit, it looked pretty cool, man. This shit took me forever to do too, man. But it came out good, man. It came out real good. Looks real good. Whenever people see this car, they're like, what the hell is that? Like, yo, it's an El Camino with Corvette interior, Corvette engine in the back. The front is empty. I'm gonna go back in here and put a custom grill on it and some headlights. I hate these headlights. This looks like a picture. It's more private. No. Oh. Oh. I thought it crashed the game for a second. I'm glad it didn't. I knew this one was gonna jump. Alright, finally take this one out. Put the top down. Gotta take that off. Man, they probably gonna take my video down and keep having that stuff coming out. I don't know if they'll take it down, they'll probably just mute it. That part. I think when you do a car, man, like the headlights are like a big piece of it and stuff like that. So like, I try to change the headlights up, man. Sometimes I'll be honest, I don't be feeling like it sometimes. Like that Malibu over there, I'm gonna do it. I just finished it today, but I had spent so much time on it. I was like, man, I don't feel like doing these headlights. Maybe I'll do them tomorrow. Run this again. This shouldn't have been going to the side. I'll run this again. This car's going straight down the track. Got good brakes on it too. On this side this time. I got a gas. Shit. trust me. Black Blur. That thing on point. Let's try that one more time. Black Blur and that 84 cutting. I think this is faster than the 84. Started off at an angle, but I turned it and it didn't go wobbling all around the place, man. Black Blur shit. And she skate. That was done on purpose. Laggy now. It's because we turned it to night, got laggy. It's weird. Cut it down, bro. This is one of my earlier models. This model's probably from like maybe like August. It was one of my first interior spots. Well, it wasn't my first interior spot. It was one of my first interior spots. Definitely, I think it was my first full interior spots because I remember initially at first when I was doing interior spots, I ain't do door panels. Door panels, bitch. Gotta do them door panels, man. That's what sets yourself apart. There you have 2021 dash seats and then got 1975 interior shit. I mean, not interior, but door panels. Let's see. Sometime in the next week. Get some drag races together with some other people, man. We'll see what happens.